Hey guys, it's Jeff. So the discussion today is going to be a video response to the Gun Collective and John Patton's question, do you support open carry? Coming up after this.
My friendly fire question to you guys this week. How do you feel about open carry? Does it help to normalize guns, or is it an antagonistic thing?
Welcome back, guys. So this conversation is going to be in response to John Patton from the Gun Collective. And in his video today, he asked the question, do you support open carry? That's one of those questions that can be emotionally charged. A lot of people feel like it hurts the community. Some people feel like it helps the community. It starts dialogue, it starts debate, it starts arguments. So what I want to talk about is what I think it does and how I think it benefits the community as a whole. So when you talk about open carry, there's usually two different aspects of open carry that most people are discussing. The first one is open carrying of a pistol, some kind of self-defense firearm, a pistol. You probably live in a rural area. You don't live in an urban area. And, the types of holsters and the ways to do that. The other conversation, or the other angle to the conversation, is carrying a modern sporting rifle as a means of sparking conversation, sparking debate, and to exercise your right to open carry a firearm. I think both of them are positive. I think both of them do good things. I think there are people who will be emotionally reactive to one more than the other, but that gives you an opportunity of exercising your rights under the Second Amendment, the Bill of Rights, constitutional protections, etc., etc. I think it really opens up a lot of conversation. I think the problem is internally in the gun community, too often we attack each other. And if we feel like there's an internal action in the community that could jeopardize our rights, we attack it vehemently. These two methods of carry, I just wanted to kind of cover them real quick, things that I like and dislike about each one of them, and boil it down to, some of my suggestions. So if you're going to carry a pistol, right? I mean, this is a M&P 2.0 5-inch, great little pistol, right? Well, some of the things that I think hurt the community when you talk about open carrying a pistol are the type of holster that people use. You see people carrying their open carry and their high point 40 in an Uncle Mike's holster on a flimsy JCPenney's belt, wearing a pair of slacks. Well, you are within your rights to do that. However, you do open yourself up for the potential of a snatch and grab theft. There's also the whole argument about the loss of surprise, the element of surprise. If you have a concealed carry, you have a few extra seconds to, get to that firearm and to put shots on target. Alternatively, people in the open carry community feel like that they're a deterrent. So if you're going to open carry, a pistol, self-defense firearm, and you want to take on the position that an open carrying of a pistol is the proper method for you, take into account the type of holster you're going to carry that firearm in, and also take into account the type of belt. And other things, along that, what type of retention methods are you familiar with? Are you familiar with how to respond to a person who may try to grab your firearm, even if you're in a physical altercation with them? What are some of the tips and techniques to secure that firearm and prevent somebody from just snatching it out of your holster on you and using it against you? What kind of holster do you have? Do you have the kind of holster that's going to provide a level of retention? This one has a little button right here. You actually have to push that button in order to disengage the firearm from the holster. Not everybody's going to know about that. So, that gives you a couple extra seconds of wrestling with somebody who may be intent on taking your firearm from you. Those are all the nuances, the caveats to carrying an open carry. You do lose the element of surprise, but you do have your rights to carry in that capacity. In Texas, you've got C.J. Grisham has been a strong proponent of open carry in the state of Texas and has been very successful getting the laws changed to allow for open carry of pistols. That those types of conversations have also led to other expansions of our rights, and those are good things. Those are absolutely positive for the gun community. Some of the techniques that he uses, I could accept or not, but they've been very successful. Another one is carrying a rifle, some sort of modern sporting rifle around as a means to open up a dialogue. Well, there's a lot of people who feel like that's just antagonistic, that you're antagonizing the gun community or you're antagonizing society, and you shouldn't do that. That's inviting a problem. Well, it's inviting a dialogue is what it's doing. But I covered that already. Things to consider about carrying the modern sporting rifle, or any rifle for that matter. When I was a kid growing up, it wasn't uncommon to find Grandpa with his 30-06 in the window of his pickup truck, or some kind of lever action rifle in the window of his pickup truck. I remember being a kid thinking, I can't wait till I grow up and I'm going to get a pickup truck so I can carry my rifle in the window. And that was one of the first things I did when I got a pickup truck, is I got a gun rack for the back window of my pickup truck. So it's not uncommon in certain circles to have a need or a reason to have your rifle exposed. I think the problem becomes where people think that that's everyday attire, that they're going to go to Walmart, that they're going to Starbucks, and that's the way they're living their lives. And that isn't the case. I don't think I've ever seen somebody just carrying a rifle to go about their everyday life. They're using it as a means and method to engage with the public, to engage with law enforcement, to engage with business owners, to talk to them about the rights of the people for self-defense. So I understand it, I respect it, I appreciate it, and I will support people's willingness to do that. I don't personally enjoy it. I don't personally find the benefit for myself, but I do respect other people's, and I will fight for them to do that as well. So those are the two sides of the coin when it comes to open carry. I do support it. I think it does offer some value. I think it's more of a protection of rights. One of the things that people used to talk about prior to open carrying becoming legal in Texas was the incidental brandishing, or the incidental exposure of a firearm. That could lead to a law enforcement engagement where law enforcement is responding to somebody who's got a firearm, didn't know it, that their shirt has risen up on them. They're working, changing a tire, they're working on the yard or whatever, and their gun has become exposed, and now the overzealous neighbor has now filed a call 911 on somebody with a gun. Well, those calls aren't happening as much anymore. It's legal for people in Texas to open carry. It's become legal across the United States and a lot of places. And so these incidental, brandishing of a firearm, these accidental exposure of a firearm, of a concealed carry firearm, just doesn't happen like it used to. So I think the benefits outweigh the negatives. I support anybody's willingness and want to open carry any kind of firearm that they want. I just say, if you're going to do that, make sure that you take some kind of training in firearms retention, that you're with other people, that you understand that open carry does remove the element of surprise. It can make you a target, may not necessarily make you a target, but if you're going to do that, that you should know how to handle those situations if, in fact, you've lost the element of surprise and somebody has targeted you. So anyway, that's all I got, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. You can follow me on all my other social media accounts. I'm on bitshoot.com, Instagram, Facebook. I'd appreciate you letting me know. Throw comments in the comment section, all of the above. Anyway, until next time, guys, I'll see you. Be safe.